Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Podcasters, the Dungeons and Dragons gaming tabletop podcast on the network at bicbp-radio.com. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony, and welcome back to our Faybala 5 campaign, which we didn't push in our last little side tangent, but that's okay because there was no Oogie games in the Feywild. Oops. They don't know that yet. I think they've all figured it out, but they haven't made the checks to know it, whether or not where could they be. But we do have an Oogie Games here at 2406 Military Road, Niagara Falls, New York, 14304. Head on over there for all your gaming and video game needs for either your retro stuff from, I guess, what is now considered retro is Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and soon to be PS4 and Xbox One, because they just dropped the brand new PS5 and the Xbox One X. Is that it? I don't know.
The 360 still. It's me.
Good for you. One. Did you get them up?
I should, but it's retro Remus.
Retro Remus. There's a power glove somewhere in the world that Remus will find.
I'm not that sad. I'm okay. Thank you.
But so please head on over there, check them out, see what's up. Let them know that you found them thanks to the podcast precinct with the guys over at the network. Also, cheap plug, I'll let you guys know about it right now. If you haven't been looking around on the overlay, we had Designer 2 floating around, and below is the links to the Teespring. Check it out. Help the stream. Help us. We are going to be getting ready to go to Twitch and hopefully on a live schedule, and that will be easier when we have people coming in and buying some merch and showing support. So look forward to a Patreon, which we could then have someone production manage this live for us. So help support us so we can get there in a more timely manner. But till then, let's get into this campaign. When we last left off with Azoth, Finks, Howard, and Remus, they had left Bryanspell, began their journey north towards Imperial City. Or are you guys going towards Burkholz? No, you guys are going to Burkhold, then cut over towards Imperial City, because you guys were looking for an airship to then take you to the Emerald, past the Amber Eyes to Frag Rock to possibly see a library, one of the great halls of knowledge. You guys had traveled north, been pretty simple journey. Haven't been through much trouble, except a patch of tall grass, a field that stretched off to the right. You guys had seen a little critter pop its head out of, looking like a bipedal, 2 foot tall, lizard-like creature with a little bit of a tail, covered in feathers, with arms kind of almost like a chicken or ostrich, with this very colorful, for just sake, it's, think Velociraptor, but dipped in feathers, just up and down. It had been chased by Finks, followed by Remus, and then Howard into the field, and they had disappeared. Azoth, we pick up with you. You
right.
see your friends just kind of go in. Howard waited a little bit after Remus and Finks. He kind of gets down closer and kind of crawl through the grass looking for where they could have went to, and you see his body just vanish in the field.
What do I hear around me? Anything? Any noise?
Make perception check.
$15.
15?
Yeah.
Listening around, you hear the thooming off in the faint distance, more north, in the direction where you were leading. A very far off. Not getting so much louder. Almost passing. About an hour or so into your journey. What are you doing? Just kind of listening around, or where are you sitting? What is Azoth doing to kind of wait for his friends? They just kind of dipped into the field,
So
and you haven't had them come back yet.
So I've got a rope in my bag, and I am untwining my rope because right now it's probably about 50 feet of rope. I'm trying to lengthen that by undoing it and then tying it end to end, so I have a longer piece of rope. It doesn't necessarily have to be as strong as it was, just longer. So I'm going to tie that around the tree that I'm sitting next to.
Okay.
I'm going to tie the other end around my waist.
Okay.
And I am going to run screaming into the middle of the field.
You go screaming.
Just
screaming, running into the field. Rope.
Same direction that everybody went to.
At some point, the rope catch you. You feel taut. You're standing. The field is up to your waist. 3 feet high. No, you're a little shorter, so probably like, yeah.
Okay.
It's about your belly line, maybe a little bit. What are you, 4.5 feet or 5? What are you, 5 feet? 5.5 feet. I believe you're a little shorter.
Yeah, I'm about 4'10".
4'10". So it's probably it's about right about your little bit above your navel, your belly button in height.
Okay. I ran out of room. I snapped back. Cut the rope and keep running.
Cut the rope. You keep running. You run 25, 35, 40. You're approaching the woods in front of you. Come running up on them. The field kind of breaks into, like, you see the tall grass kind of heat furthering, but now there's trees up. You're still where you still see the field behind you to your back.
Okay.
Make an insight check.
18.
You do remember that they had crawled or they had disappeared into the trees or into the tall grass.
Okay. I'll get down on all fours, not necessarily crawling on my hands and knees, but like galloping, like
how low are
stairs?
Yeah, how low are you?
How low am I right now?
Yeah,
I would probably be less than 2 feet off the ground, probably.
Okay.
Like I would be able to see the ground.
You see it looking at the ground?
Yeah.
What do you do? Just kind of do you move at all, or you just okay? You're down low.
No, I'm running back towards the tree.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Walking back towards the tree, down low. You're surrounded by the grass. At some point, the grass starts to become thick as you're pushing through it, moving. And as you begin to stand up and try and get more of a footing, as it becomes tougher and tougher, you push through it. Make a dexterity save.
18.
As you go to take a step, you breach through the grass as it's now tight in front of you, as it smashes closed as you push through it. Part of the stalks kind of smack your feet, and you go to trip over. You somersault forward and stand and kind of sit up. Field is gone behind you. You are at the cusp of a forest to your back, with rolling meadows of just cut grass and just vastness to your right. To your left, you can see the wooded area that's behind you kind of branch off in the northeastern direction, just kind of a compass, like if north is in front of you, that idea. Push off to your left and out forward. You can see that the forest starts to become barren, but not in a necrotic decay way.
Okay.
It's almost make a nature check.
14.
More of like in the seasons of like changing of seasons.
Okay.
So like you have these giant, large, think redwood forest, these like huge, giant stalked trees, but instead of these giant busheled redwoods, they're like giant pine trees, huge, that rest 40 feet apart. And again, you look up and now you can see a nice clear nighttime sky, pink, blues, cotton candy purples swirling. You see off in the far distance to your right, you see a twinkling light that of where the land and sky meet far off. Just almost like a star or something.
Okay.
Behind you is just a forest, yeah.
So
You were here.
no signs of inhabitants or people or creatures or anything like that?
Make a perception check as you're looking around.
25.
Okay, hold on. $25. Cool. Roll a D4 for me.
2.
2. All right. Roll a D7. I'm sorry, a D10 for me.
3.
3. Okay. Okay, no problem. So with that look, you can see behind you, looks like a herd of minotaur, or not minotaur, mix them two up, centaur, roaming with a rich brown chestnut horse bodies with these accompanying half torsos forming as they're racing past about 30, 40 yards away. Just go pressing by. You see far off in the distance to the right, it looks like a line of dust or lights or something kind of pulsating and moving sporadically, almost kind of buzzingly in the night sky, is leading to your far right off to this twinkling light far off to the right, off in the distance to the right.
All right.
Whatever that is. You hear now a pounding again, a lot louder from your left, coming in the direction of where the trees changed a little bit.
Okay.
A lot louder. You don't know whether it be by distance or by size.
All right. I'm going to start.
Feel the earth slightly shake a little bit with each.
I want to start walking towards the twinkling light, I guess.
Twinkling light?
Yeah, where it meets the horizon in the sky.
All right, cool. So you're off twinkling, looking for the twinkling light. Say, as you start off in that direction, you see the line that you see is miles and miles away from you. As you start kind of, you begin walking out of this forest and looking over these rolling hills. And now that you kind of have this purpose of direction where you're walking, you can see that the distance is unfathomable apart. Do you still wish to walk in that direction? It's just like, wow, that's not going to be just a night's journey. More than welcome to. Just you would see this difference.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Amongst the journey here, it is you will have traveled for make survival check actually. Look at that survival.
16.
16. Cool. Over the course of the next 2 or so hours, as you believe it to be, what you could perceive, you slowly begin to catch up to a long stream of pixies and little fairy folk looking sized creatures, all making their way along a giant caravan that is leading in the direction of this lit up sparkling light.
Okay.
They're all just kind of speaking and making little comments themselves, and as they're all just slowly just kind of moving along, and I see some of them flying ahead, but between others that are just kind of meandering at their own pace.
Can I overhear anything that they're saying or what they're talking about?
Yeah, see, your perception's been pretty good. Let's see what you see. You're here. You hear a two as you come walking up, just kind of keeping a bit of a distance. There is these two creatures, probably about 5 foot or 5 inches, 6 inches in height, going, well, do you have all your preparations? I wasn't expecting this much of a rush. And then the other one goes, no, I thought you had the preparations. I brought the gifts. Did you bring the stock? No, I didn't bring the inventory. I only brought the gifts. You said you were going to bring the preparations. No, I brought the gifts. And they're both arguing back and forth. Walking to past another bunch, you see a family, it looks like, or a female-looking creature floating, kind of telling 3 other little fairy folk or fairy little pixies kind of buzzing next to it as they're just slowly just meandering in their line. And when you get here, don't lose track. We stay together. It's going to be a big party. Big. It only happens once every 100 years. Don't get lost. So you pick up the gist that there is a long line of pixies, fairy folk, or these little buzzed Tinkerbell-like creatures, all in line to attend a party. And now kind of looking over, some of them have almost looks like backpacks, kind of like gear, like they're going to enjoy an event, kind of like a festival in style, like they're packing for preparations and rations for themselves. But then you see some of them also have boxes of like presents wrapped up and stuff too.
Any of them notice me or have made any inkling as to what I'm doing there?
Are you trying to be stealthy?
No.
Are you trying to, what are you doing? Just kind of walking by,
I want to see if anybody's going to notice me to talk to me or recognize, like, if I'm out of place.
You're definitely out of place. You're definitely out of place, but they don't pay much attention to you at all. If you do walk by, they see you. They're
kind of doing their own thing.
They're doing their own thing.
Am I moving faster than they are at the speed that I'm going naturally?
It's kind of back and
would I be able to get to the front of whatever line there is?
You can try. You don't know how long it'll take for you to get to the front of the line. Upon looking up, you look up, and it's one of those just endless lines that you don't know how long is.
I look to whatever fairies to the next of me. Try and get its attention to
Make a
talk.
persuasion check.
6.
You go over to a pixie that you see buzzing around, looking in a pouch. It has, or not a pouch, like a pack. It's looking around and kind of pulling out bottle after bottle after bottle. And it's got a couple smaller little like wine-looking bottles of sorts, of corks on them, and its little arms. It's only like this big, so it's little bits. And it has a sword rapier at its side. It pulls out and goes, "Go, leave me alone." Kind of shooing away at you, pointing the sword, and like, "Go."
Okay.
He didn't want to be spoken to.
I'll
Try different approaches, do something different.
leave him alone. I'll just keep walking further up the line until I maybe see, or if anybody stands out that looks like they could be important as to what exactly is going on.
Make a perception check.
23.
These all look almost like common folk at where you're at. These look like your basic common folk class.
Okay.
I'll say with that much of a 23, you're up on the top of a hill too by this point, kind of walking with his lines next to it. And as you look back, you can see that it stretches and bends off to the so if you're looking back at it, you're looking at it, and as it stretches and bends off to the left and whoops or loops far off for mile or 2, 3 miles as it bends off. You just see this faint light glow, and trailing the other end, you see this other line. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, Shenron, or not Shenron, when you're looking on the runway, and it's just like, it's got to end somewhere, right? And you see where it ends is that dot, but
all right.
Decisions.
I'm gonna wild shape back into the bipedal creature thing that I did before, prior other thing, and assuming that's probably going to give me more speed than what I currently have, and just start going more towards that star and keep running down the line, I guess.
Okay. You travel, how long can you wild shape for? How many hours?
Hold on here. 1 hour.
1 hour. You get you get a little further. You have a movement speed of 40. So a little bit faster. Dashing even at 80 speed. I mean, first hour you get going for a little bit. Pop up into Azoth after, take a peering and looking, and probably have a couple days journey upon you. Looks like a daunting task for everything to line up for. So if you wish to go to the front of it, the line, you must be worth it.
All right, I'm gonna keep at it.
I'll say you with your answer, with your perception and insight, it must be worth it for these creatures,
right?
To do it.
Yeah, since I yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, cool.
If they stop to rest or whatever, like if the as a whole they stop, I'll stop too. But if they're still going along at whatever clip, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, nothing. So just for direction from me, for me, what will make Azoth say, "I'm done"? and turn around? What's going to make him stop until he goes? Or how far is he going to journey? How long? What is going to cause him to turn around?
At this point, the only thing I think that would take me away from doing it is if I've got some sign or an inkling of finding Howard, Remus, or Finks, whether it's overhearing somebody talking about them, the strangers that were here that don't look like them, and then inquiring or pressing them for more information as to where they are.
Make perception check.
All right.
With advantage. Because you popped and turned into one of these little creatures. What color would you be if you turned into one of these little creatures?
Just like exactly like the one that I saw, the bright, shiny. Is that what you're?
Yeah, like what color scheme are you turning into? Would you have the same mirroring the same creature?
Like I would have looked at like whatever feather that I took off of or picked up and mimicked that one.
Okay.
25, by the way.
Okay. I'll say roll a d6 for me. What's your dex modifier?
0.
Okay, cool. That's great.
6.
All right. 6 days in, you've just been traveling, just nonstop feeling and traveling with this line of creatures, and you don't know really where they're going. You don't know exactly what is happening other than it's a party or gathering of sorts. People are bringing gifts. I'll say that with your perception and your rolls that you do pick up that they are going to the city of Glint Peak. Enough of these creatures have mentioned that. And they can't believe that they're getting together for the changing of the seasons. Sorry, turning of the seasons. It only happens once every 100 years. And they don't know. They don't mention anything specifically about anyone named Howard, Finks, or Remus, but they do mention about this human in a yellow cloak that attempted to drown an Augie.
Okay.
At the Oasis.
Okay. So I want to overhearing that. I'll prod the creature for more information about that. Where the Oasis? What happens?
Creature little taken back by your just kind of sudden jump into the conversation. Goes, oh yes, the human that drowned that tried to kill the Augie. Oh man, there's could I have assumed that there would have been more than one Spare the Dying cast?
What do you mean?
If there was more things in the pool at the time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The weird fellow, no one knows what he was, or who he is, but apparently he tried to disturb one of the Augies at the Oasis. All the way back in the woods.
How far back?
Looks up, points back, looks back. About 7 days travel.
Did they get in trouble for it? Did they get caught?
Well, they certainly got what was coming to them. Not so much in trouble. I guess it's a matter of perspective.
Well, as you can probably tell, I'm not from around here. So when somebody tries to kill an Augie, what comes of them?
Oh, Well, anyone that tries to do any harm at the Oasis has to speak for themselves to the Green Warden. That's not exactly fun for anyone, but
Did you say Green Hornets?
Warden.
The Green Warden. And
Yes.
I'm assuming the Green Warden is at the Oasis, which is about 7 days back.
He may be there. Sometimes he's not always present, but he knows about everything that goes on there. He's kind of like their guardian, protector.
Would the Green Warden be going to this turning of the seasons at Glint Peak?
Probably will show up eventually. Don't know if he's there yet, but it's a big event. Hopefully he'll make an appearance.
Okay. I'm going to keep going forward.
Okay. All right. So you begin your journey forward. You still same thing until you get to where you're going, or what is the stopping cause?
Same.
Now
I'm hoping to run into the Green Warden at Glint Peak.
Got it. Okay. Make perception check.
Or if he comes across the line somehow for whatever reason. Perception?
Yeah.
17.
17. Looking for anything that can resemble the color green now, which surprisingly, it being daytime for you, the color is vibrant as all hell here. It is nice. It is colorful. The grass has this luscious green line to it that kind of sways with this ever just faint roll of the air, just kind of faint breeze as it just flows in the wind. You see there is now flower petals just sporadically just kind of appearing and floating in the wind, and there's no one that would be a Green Warden here, but there's a hell lot of little 2-inch or little 5-inch pixies and sprites. And now that you're kind of looking around, you see a satyr or two. There is now a centaur that slowly joined the ranks of this line moving forward.
I want to talk to the centaur.
Oh, you walk over to the centaur. This is a let's see real quick. Let me just make sure I get his name. You you go up to this horse or the centaur that has this brown body with these big, large white spots in it, and has strapped in gear and almost some magic books of sorts. It looks like seeing a sigil on one of the textbooks strapped to its waist sides. It has a cloak and robe around it as it walking up to it, just kind of walks past you. Just how are you? Are you going directly at it? It's probably walking by. It's walking at some point, and it may just pass you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get its attention.
All right. Hello, friend. Name is Nikolov. Can I help you? As you try and hail it over.
Yeah. I asked Nikolov. I say, "Hello, sir. What is your profession, if I might ask? I like your cloak and books."
My profession. I'm a dazzler of tricks. And he does his hands, and you see little come up off of it. As he has not stopped. He is just kind of stepping forward still.
Okay. I'll keep pace with him. Talk and walk.
Got it.
Ask if he's going to Glint Peak.
Going to Glint Peak. Why, yes, I am. The turning of the seasons only comes around every now and then, and I am lucky to be a part of the experience, as you would say. It is a bit of a chilly adventure for me to partake upon myself, but hey, it's better than the winter woods.
Okay. Oh yeah, the winter woods. That's. Ask him by any chance if he knows the Green Warden.
Green Warden, no, I unfortunately do not. I know that there are some other herds of centaurs that patrol his woods in their own herds, but I do not. I'm different, more of a loner, some would say. I like to keep to myself and practice my bedazzlements in solitude until I'm called upon.
Um, ask him how fast he is.
Fast. I have a speed of roughly, I think 50 feet. Hold on. Horse speed. 50 feet. 60 feet. Speed of about 60 feet. Probably double of what you would do. See, kind of pulls one of his cloaks back that you see is done up with this really nice big thick fur on the inside. There's now you're kind of looking over, you see it's this red rich tanned leather that possibly from a deer or a elk, something magical, maybe a magical mystical beast.
Okay.
You see a talking to him now over at his side. He has got a little hand crossbow. As you see him kind of grab another book out and start to peruse as he's walking.
Okay. How long do you think it's going to take you to get to Glint Peak?
Probably will take us about another. Looks up in the sky. Oh, this 4 days or so. No. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. All right. You start to feel kind of stuck in this pace that everyone's walking in. And there's almost a cadence to it that probably wouldn't seem so long of a travel if you just walked with them. With the line, not him. I'll correct that. Make sure.
Okay.
You're not feeling compelled to go forward, I'll say. There's nothing magically pushing you.
Can I step off to the side away from the line?
You could step off to the side. He does not. And he just kind of begins to walk a little bit back in pace. You step off. Decisions. Are they even here still anymore? That's the true question.
All right, hold on.
What you doing? She didn't tell you how many days ago or when the incident at the Oasis happened either.
No. All right, I'm going to ask Nikolov if he heard about the incident at the Oasis.
Nikolov at this point, I'll say, is about 15 feet up ahead if you step off aside.
And I can't catch up to him?
I mean, you can catch him up. So you run back up to him?
Yeah.
You run up. He goes, "Oh, hello. Are you going with us now?"
I tell him, yeah. I say, yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys for a little bit longer. Hey, did you hear about what happened over at the Oasis with the guy in the yellow coat?
Yes, that was about 3 weeks ago. Unfortunately,
Did you
yeah.
hear any more information as to what happened with the Green Warden and those guys?
Well, I think they went over to the Tree of Souls, the Willow. I don't know if they're still there hanging around, but
Where's that at?
and he points back off in a southwestern direction, kind of in the direction of where the line started, similar to where you kind of were. Not exactly nearby, but in that general direction, but more west, pointing towards the tree line of the pines.
All right. All right. I guess I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf and run off into that direction.
Okay. Cool. So pick up with that when we pick up. All right. So we got Howard, Remus, and Finks. Finks, you hear us? Nope. All good. All right. So you guys had walked off in the direction of the Willow of Souls. What you guys doing? You guys are walking off there. Anything specific? You looking for anything? What are you guys doing as you're walking off in the direction of the Willow of Souls?
I think I'm just trying to see if there's any like trail markers or anything, and just follow this path to the big willow tree that might have souls in it. I don't know.
All right. So just kind of to set it up. You're currently running on about 8 hours of no sleep. You were last told that it was getting dark. And as you're looking up now, where you guys pick up in the story, it is slowly approaching nightfall, and you guys are gonna go for the towards the willow. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure.
We didn't want to stay at the Oasis.
That was your call. I just want to make sure where we picked up from there. You guys were not going to stay at the Oasis.
Things had just long rested. I hadn't really done anything for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And Howard
Short rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are just hanging out, laying around. You go making a journey. Make survival checks. Whoever's leading who wants to lead the survival check as you guys are traversing and looking.
I got a +3 to survival.
Because I have a +1, so.
Finks, lead the way, my man.
All right, Finks rolled a 9.
Nice.
12?
I'm pretty confident about that 9, so don't you tell me any otherwise.
All right. So you rolled a 9. You begin off in a western direction from the Oasis. You start to wander aimlessly, just hoping that the direction that you were pointed in is going to lead you to something specific. You have no idea what you're looking for. And you're probably walking for roughly 2 or 3 hours. 2 of you have dark vision. 1 of you does not. So I'll say it is a very moonlit evening. Howard, vision is a little hard for you. You all occasionally hear the of tree branches cracking and the snap as animals traverse, critters, whatever they may be. And you're kind of a little aimlessly. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
22.
At 20 for 24.
I got. Hold on. 19.
19. You all have this urge and creep of paranoia of something creeping up behind you, and it fades away fairly quick. See your passive perception. You wouldn't see it. You won't see that. All right. Let's see, Howard and Finks. As you had this feeling of being followed, you kind of turn around. And you think you saw something skirt its way up one of the pine trees off to the side. Almost a figure of something just almost dart from the shadows to the shadow, from just one part of the tree and just climb up in the darkness.
You can come down now.
No response.
I throw a rock.
No response. It's about 40 feet up. You see just darkness underneath the caping the tree, just as you're looking up.
Well, the rock didn't work. There must be nothing up there.
Saving throw for me.
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
Can I throw a dagger?
13.
13. All right. You're throwing a dagger, following where he
Yeah.
threw the rock.
Yeah.
Attack with disadvantage?
All right.
Because you don't know what you're throwing at, but I feel like you're throwing with
I'm just
direction.
throwing my psychic dagger. Yeah, I'm throwing where I think he hit, where the darkness is. Oh God, I clicked the thing. I'm sorry. I realized it's quicker to roll.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's a +4 to attack.
Oh no, it's a
Or you're +5.
6.
Is it 6? It's a +6 to attack. It is, yeah.
15.
Oh, yeah. You all got your proficiency bonus. I forgot about that. 15. You launch.
Wait. I have a question though.
Yeah.
Would my assassinate feature work for that? So would it be just my regular roll?
What do you mean? No.
Like you have me roll. Okay.
No. Not yet. No. Because you don't
Okay.
know what you're throwing at. You don't know what is there.
Okay. So what happens with a 15?
Throw a 15. No response. No hit. No nothing. There's nothing there, or nothing that you hit. You feel the psychic energy just kind of suck back to you. Little bit of a brain freeze because you're like, for nothing. Okay.
Yes. But can I use prestidigitation and do like a shower of sparks over there to try and see what's up there?
Yeah, make you do
It's a cantrip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cast prestidigitation and make a perception check. It's in the dark. You have disadvantage, or you have dark vision, so
Nat 20.
you light up the underneath of this tree where you see Finks throw a rock, and you see the mark where the rock kind of scraped apart part of one of the logs. and you see a marking in the wood where you threw your dagger. And looking up the pine tree, it is nothing. There's nothing here. It's empty. You see like little bugs, and you see like little centipedes maybe just scurrying out of the source of light. You see a couple moths fly towards the light.
Interesting. There's nothing up there. We should keep moving.
Okay. Sphinx leads the way.
You start leading the way. Make another survival check.
7. We're improving.
7.
Oh God.
You start to
That's pretty
traverse.
fast. You can give me time.
I would say if we're there's no veering off the path. Like I would say something if Phoenix tried to take us off. Like
There is no path, by the way.
oh, there is no path.
There is no
was, like,
path.
a sign.
No, a sign pointed in the direction. That was
Okay.
all you guys were given. There's no path.
Wild.
You guys are just following a sign
All right.
in the middle of the night.
Sign falling at night. Woo!
Do you do anything?
Willow of Souls delight.
Thank you.
I do.
No,
Sorry, what?
we're gonna keep going.
I guess, yeah, keep going.
Make one more survival check with me.
Come on, 8. Okay, 13. That one's better.
$13. You see far off in the distance, about 100 yards or so. Looks like there is a clearing almost breaking with a large tree-like figure out of your just beyond your distance of what you can see clearly. You see something that looks like a larger tree or something that looks different that is breaking than just these pine trees that are large in their own right, but they're all kind of monotonous and all the same and just
All right.
generic. Make wisdom saves for me, everyone, please.
22.
22.
6.
4.
All right, thanks. You begin walking towards the tree off in the direction. Let's see. Got it. Remus and Howard, as you see things kind of walk off, you both are struck with this fear that something is out there in this forest. And you start to feel that every way you look, there are things just beyond your view. Every time you go to turn, you feel like you see shadows, almost like out of your peripherals where you're looking. What's there?
Thanks. Are you sure
You
this is
start
the
to
right way?
feel
Yes, I'm sure this is the right way. Do
there's a
not-
whispering in the back of your head that is just creeping up and pushing, that is making it hard to concentrate and find which way you're going. And you start to hear this chattering of almost like claw-like mandibles snapping together, just start to creep up within your ear canal. You just start to hear this sound.
Don't like that.
Are you absolutely sure, Finks, this was the right way?
I've been sure this whole time.
Make Constitution
Yes.
saving throws.
Oh
Everybody-
my.
14?
Oh, I'm sorry, not you, thanks.
Okay.
Howard and Remus.
18.
I don't like that face.
Natural 1 plus 2, so 3.
There is this pulsating, throbbing fear that you are being watched, and every way you go to turn, you see a shadowed figure reaching out and after you.
Wait, me too?
No, Howard, you
Okay.
feel this. Just inciting fear in all directions. Something is coming to get you. Something is beyond these trees looking at you, striking fear.
Okay.
It is hard to make decisions, and you're starting to hit that fight or flight syndrome of what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Mhm.
Howard, can you Misty Step?
I can actually. Hold on one second.
Go into the clearing. Can you take us?
The clearing is 100 yards up from you.
Oh, ass.
It's up. It's far off in the distance. You see it far out there.
I want to try and reason with Howard here.
I'm gonna take out my, ready my quarterstaff just in case shadows start lunging at me.
Shillelagh of Justice.
Shillelagh of Justice.
You guys see Howard is extremely paranoid, looking around. Make a dex save.
Who?
Howard.
Natural 20.
Natural
Oh.
20. All right. You take 8 points of psychic damage as you're jumping and trying to move over. You feel these. Something is. Every time the shadow figure is pushing in or you're avoiding it, you feel this gnawing sensation that the eyes are watching you, and you feel this. You can hear almost this mandible pincher-like noise in the back of your head, ripping into your mind a little bit, as if something is watching you beyond.
What do we see?
You guys see Howard basically freaking out that he's being watched by everything, and he's just presently ready to take a swipe at something. And he looks like he's maybe even hearing like this noise in his ears, this pinching noise.
Can I use the Mautergy spell to give the booming voice effect? Just to call Howard's name?
Yeah. You hear things go, Howard! It booms. It's loud. Like you could hear it loud.
And then I want to cast the Sanctuary spell on Howard.
Sanctuary. What does Sanctuary do right now?
All right. You ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature has to pass a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it has to pick a new target or lose the attacker spell.
Okay.
More or less, unless Howard starts attacking things, this will protect him from attacks.
Okay. Let's see. Thing is it?
Not sure if it's relevant here, but I want you to save.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying.
All right, so let me just
I like it. I think it's a cool idea.
okay, what's your DC?
14. And it's a first level spell.
Okay. I don't know if it technically would work, but I'll say just for the rolls, contest them. You feel this this pulsating, throbbing sense of fear kind of leave your psyche, Howard. And I'll say with the last bit of it, you began to hear these alien insectoidish, like, yeah, type voice of, come to us, our holes, the nest, the hive, come to us, come. Come to the hole.
Yes.
Howard's looking around, phrasing.
Oh.
Turns back to the group. So I think there's some insects that want us to, quote unquote, come to their hole.
Insects.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what's in my head right now.
Well, we haven't.
It's else. With as you guys see, thanks. How do you cast Sanctuary?
How do I cast it?
How do you cast it? Yeah. A small silver mirror is required for your if you wish to use a component. But I mean, how are you clerically pulling this off? What are you doing?
I guess I'm just kind of taking the reflective surface and just kind of shining light on it and kind of covering Howard with it.
Nice.
Just kind of trying to ward away the negative energy around him and give him a safe space.
So you guys see Finks pull out this little circular cupped mirror, and as he's looking for it and looking for a moon, you're like, that one right there. Okay. You kind of get the light and you start to angle this moonlight over. And as he hits you in the eye a little bit, it snaps you out of this fear. And you guys all see this faint moonlight kind of coat Howard as the fear and this noise prodding your ears dissipates. So you're no longer hearing the noise, and there you go.
I also want to give Howard the Blessing of the Trickster.
Okay.
Which is advantage on dexterity checks for stealth.
Okay. Got it.
We should continue and approach this tree carefully.
Okay. Because you said carefully, you wish to make stealth checks.
Yes, please.
Everyone now is going to try and be stealthy.
I got a 17.
17.
21.
Nice.
9.
Yeah.
What would it have been without it, though?
7.
A lot worse.
2 more.
No, it was worth it.
It's worth it. You guys feeling cautiously now with an image or a purpose or something of a direction possibly to head towards. You begin walking towards this, as you get closer, a willow tree that is massive by all stature. This is the trunk upon walking into this clearing. There's a willow tree in the center of a clearing of any tree life or anything around it by 25 yards around. The tree itself is 150 feet in width, diameter, just wrapped, huge, big, thick willow tree as it grows up tall. 400 feet tall, 450. This is huge. It's large, and it just dangles with all these little branches and vines. And make perception checks, because you see dangling high up amongst the trees little white pods of sorts.
8.
Also 8.
Natural 20 for
There we
24.
go.
You all begin looking up, and they look like woven, like almost like spiders, where they wrap up a creature in this like almost like a silk like wrapping, but they're dangling by pods, by like strands. This massive ancient tree, and in size comparison, if the tree was probably like regular size, these little pods would probably be about the size of almost like a caterpillar cocoons, but these are massive. Howard, natural 20, if I'm not mistaken. Looking up, these look like caterpillar, almost like caterpillar cocoons, but humanoid in shape. And now that you're making the connections, you're looking around, you see a large figure moving amongst the top of the trees between the branches down. You see a 10-foot long caterpillar just making its way with all of its feet as it comes climbing down, and with it was an anamorphic looking face, kind of looks over and goes, "Why, hello.
Hi.
You guys, I was expecting you. I felt your connection. Took you a little bit to get out here, it seems. Let's get better acquainted.
You must be the warden.
And you see a bunch of little silk strands just dropping from the tree. 3 of them particular. These big, goopy, just...
I grab one right away.
Yeah, it's about
I'm on.
big, tight rope. You grab it. It's a little sticky, a little tacky, and just pulls you up into the tree. You guys see Finks go... He disappears about 150 feet up into bushes.
I say I just shake my head and grab it. And hopefully get shot up into the tree.
I do the same.
You guys get pulled up into a makeshift platform that is offset a little bit within the trees. And there is a table you see sitting on this platform with 2 chairs and a couple wooden cups. You see this caterpillared figure come making its way up. It is a rich blue with purple swirls and almost like dragonfly looking wings off of it as it's climbing up over. Why, hello. Howard, is it?
Yes.
I'm sorry about being in your head the other day. I wasn't expecting you to grab the wand.
Oh, so that was you.
Yes, this was me. Name is... The name exactly...
This name is brought to you Oogie.
Alid.
No, it's Oogie.
Oogie. Oogie Games over at 2406 Niagara Falls, New York.
You said Alid?
Alid.
Alid.
A-L-I-D. Alid.
Hello, Alid. Nice to meet you, I guess, finally. So
I guess so.
This wand...
He's curled up on this platform around the other half of it, kind of on this platform you guys see is like 10 feet wide by 15 feet long, stretched. You see there's a couch that he's kind of slumping himself up onto, covered in silk.
So this wand that you were saying was yours, I'm presuming?
Yes, I loaned it.
Yes, well, one of the Augies have taken it and has disappeared, so I am sorry for losing your wands. Do you happen to have another?
I know. I thought I gave that one to someone that was clearly a little more brighter than I took him to be. But we're working on that now.
Yeah, no.
As he grins.
Who are you?
Can I make an insight check?
The name's Alid.
What? Yeah, but who are what do you do?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you?
I am Alid. A Fey entity, you may call me. I like to watch over things and poke fun when I can. And fortunately, my judge of character is not the best.
So
But
that's where
okay.
we are?
Where you are. Those are very different questions.
All right, so where are we?
You guys are in the Feywild.
Oh.
You guys must have crossed over somewhere. I felt a connection strike when you grabbed the wand. I don't know how you guys came back, but I was expecting you at some point. I'm sure.
Yes, I believe so. How do we
Why?
cross back?
Crossing back, I just have to find a portal, a nexus. But be careful. There are some weird things that happen when you do. What were you saying, Remus?
Weird how?
Sorry, what was that? Was that one in response to weird?
Yeah.
Weird how what? I'm sorry.
He said weird things that happen.
Well, weird as in you may not remember your little journey here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the 5th time. I just don't believe anything's real anymore, to be quite frank with you, sir. So
That's all fair. That's all fair.
yes. What's with the platform on the table? Why are you expecting us? Why are you expecting him?
Well, that wand belonged to someone, which your insight, what was it? A check?
Oh, it was a 17.
17?
Yeah.
When he said taking care of it, he was looking at a very specific cocoon, about 5 feet in height, wrapped up, dangling.
Approximately how far away is it dangling up from me?
Perception check.
Also, while I'm just berating this man with questions, I would like to do my hand thing to assess how much he is worth. I just do it as like a hand gesture when I'm talking. Like,
Rolled a 12, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
120 feet away, hanging up, directly up to you, tucked away in a little patch of, dangling from a little patch off.
Okay.
But you guys are roughly about 120 feet up in the air. You guys were up on the platform.
Anthony, so you said there was like cups out on the table?
Yeah, almost like he set a table with 2 cups just kind of sitting there for you guys.
So I've got that wine from the church, in a skin. I'm just going to pour 2 glasses of that and offer one to Elid while they're
going to look in the cup. There is 1 cup with drink already.
Oh.
So if you wish to, he goes, "Are you guys thirsty? I have some. If you wish for it."
I do. I take whatever he offers.
Cool. Go take a sip. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
So I'm going to point up to the one hanging up there. What's in these cocoons, especially that one?
Did you wish to do anything else besides take a sip from the wine? No.
I still want to know how much he's worth.
How much he's worth? You looking at how much he's worth? You're seeing a lot of decimals, a lot of zeros being tallied up next to him. A lot.
All right.
A lot. This is the you're looking at the video gamer. The video gamer in you is looking over at this going, "Yo, good luck. Good luck." But if we could.
I see.
Do you humor the thought when you make this connection?
What is that? Huh?
If you look at him and see how much he's worth, and it's a lot.
I mean, I think about it.
How much do you humor it? Just like if you just kind of think about it, like how half-heartedly would you consider it?
I mean, I'd assess it a little bit, but if I figured quickly that we couldn't handle it as the 3 of us, then I wouldn't really dive too far in right now.
Okay. All right.
So, like, realistically, like 5 seconds.
5 seconds? You're good then. Cool. All right. He looks up at the one. He goes, "There." Looks over at you and goes, "Have you ever been offered patronage and then been slapped in the face?"
Sure.
I suppose so.
No.
Well, I have. quite a few times, which goes to say a lot for my judging character, but the house always wins. You
This
would call.
house
Go on.
owns
Whose
that.
house?
I was gonna say
Oh.
this Run's house. When it happened to have some black ooze hiding in a basement, it wouldn't be that kind of house you're talking about by chance, would it?
Black ooze.
Howard, shh.
I just want to make sure it's not his house.
No.
Okay, good. We're good.
As he looks over at his tree. What kind of ooze were you talking about?
Oh, black pudding. It's from like a distant land where they take a creature, they chop them up, and they use the blood to coagulate it and make it into a pudding. It's called black pudding. It's actually really good if you have the right spices and stuff.
The DM in me says ew. But he goes, huh. Sounds tasty. Make persuasion check. See how his personality is. He's entertained by you, your presence.
Okay. 16.
16. All right, you're charming. You're entertaining him. Well, I'm more of a purveyor of gifts, and I like to grant abilities and help dreams come true
Ooh.
and let people change who they once were. Unfortunately, not all of my patrons are honest. As he looks up.
These dreams wouldn't be literal by chance, would they?
Oh, quite.
Oh,
Quite.
interesting.
Quite. I help people reach them.
I turn back to Remus and Finks. I mean, he could take us to that place, I suppose. Before I ask a favor, what is in it for you? Because nothing is for free, of course.
Well, do what I ask, do what I will, what I bid. No matter how little or big it is, I give you a little power. You do a little bit for me with that power. It's a working relationship.
Yeah,
I like.
about that.
Is Remus shaking his head like?
Yeah, I'm basically I'm good, sir. Thank you, but no, thank you.
I feel like I've already made that mistake, and I'm already.
As he just cracks his just.
That was actually good. Yeah, no, I felt like I've already made that mistake, so I'll think about your offer for now.
Very well. If you're looking for anything wonderful or wondrous or out of reach, maybe I can help. But it does come at a price. Or a task.
I suppose so. Anything you guys want to know?
I have more wine.
Of course. Of course. As he walks over and grabs a bottle out of the couch and pops it and corks it, pours it for you. Here.
I do want to
Really?
give him the wine from the church though, as a
Oh.
trade.
Thank you. Takes it. Do you pour it for him or you hand him the bottle as is?
Pour him in the other glass.
Share, clink glasses, hand you a glass. He drinks it.
To our new friend, and I'll drink with him.
Ah. Anything else you ask him of while you're here? While you're up in here?
Can we take refuge here for the night?
Why sure. Why sure. May sleep here as you will. And with that, you see him bring two of his hands together and go And with that, the couch puffs away that he was on, and you see 3 beds. He goes, please, lay down. Sleep peacefully. I offer my my safety. Sleep restfully, if you will.
All right. I take him up on it.
So you hop into one of the beds?
Yeah.
All right. You hop into a bed?
This guy's awesome.
That guy's awesome. Anything else you wish to ask him, learn from him? You guys want to know where you guys are at? What are you guys doing? What's up?
So you said the way out of here would be through a portal. Where, by chance, would be the nearest portal? How do we get there?
They
etc.
kind of pop up sporadically, a little bit random. But with someone with the right powers, we can cause one. We can force one open. But comes at a great strain upon someone such as me. So what are you willing to do?
That depends. How exactly do you cause one? I'm actually very curious.
We have our ways. Some creatures that are native to this just have the ability. Others just kind of ripping open at random. But, you know, may just have to be lucky sometimes. Some people come here not so lucky. They just kind of find themselves here by accident, and it's quite a shame when they need to go home. Oh well.
Interesting. And big if, we were to take you up on this, what exactly would it cost us?
You 3. Let me sit on it. I may have something, but it would be a bit of a task. Bit of a task indeed. I do have some annoyances to deal with, and the warden hasn't been helping with it.
Yeah, about him. I tried to summon him earlier and didn't go quite as I planned.
Good luck with that. He's not really summoned at your beck and call, but he does dish out just desserts.
Alrighty, well, I thank you. And I'm going to go over to his little, I guess, bed version, cot, whatever. Just kind of sit.
Go to one of the beds.
Yep.
Cool. You guys are chilling up in the middle of a huge willow tree, about 200 feet. No, 150 feet up in the air on a kind of think of a makeshift half-assed tree fort where it's just got like just the base offset a little bit, and by magic it's just held there, and by magic some furniture has been placed there by this creature. All right, you guys, Remus, you go straight to bed too as well, or do you stay up, try to do anything, look around?
I go to bed.
You go to bed?
I am
I have one
confused
thing
and
real quick.
tired.
Say it again.
All right.
What's up? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Tony.
Oh, I have one thing I wanted to ask him before.
Yeah.
I want to ask him if he knows about the Fey Knights in the Smoketop Mountains.
I haven't heard about them in quite some time. Man. It's an old fable. Old fable indeed. How do you know about them?
Oh, my friend told me.
Your friend? Which one?
I take out the skull.
Huh. Never seen quite a friend. He looks like he's a bit bony.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need.
Not all there, some may say, it looks like.
Yeah, it's enough of them.
What do you know about them? What has he told you?
Not much. That they're in the Smoke-Top Mountains, and I think they might be the ones that made him so bony.
I don't know what they did in the Smoke-Top Mountains, but the Fey Knights were supposedly 4 of the first Eladrin that bridged over from our world to, I'm presuming, yours. They took off with cause to help defend and vanquish evil.
Oh.
They would come and go to the Fae here and there as they please, but they resided muchly in your world quite some time ago.
Well, I guess I'll keep an eye out for them. Are they of good standing in this realm?
That's cocked. He looks a little concerned. They used to be favored guests, especially at Glint Peak. Be one of the more prominent Elven cities. Last time we saw them, something looked different about them. Their vibrancy was gone. They used to glow like neon, or this bright, just everlasting glowing night lights. But they lost their luster and shine somehow.
They sound disgraceful to your kind.
Disgrace definitely came upon them. We don't know what, though. They had shown up at the last turning of the seasons. They left.
Do you have any interest in them no longer being around?
We'd like answers, I'm sure, but I can care less. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. They never caused me ill harm.
Very well.
But he let you know, bringing up with the lights. They were 4 Eladrin. They were knights that fought for each of the seasons, essentially. They were trained, basically your standard just go off and vanquish warrior, kind of like a paladin style, like oath of just self for vengeance. Traverse to the material plane to help defend against the gods that chose to do harm. They showed up at the last turning of the season, which was 100 years ago. They showed up, didn't cause any direct harm with anyone. There was an altercation between them and one of the sons of the summer court. He explains that the knights had an argument with what's it named Titania's son.
If I run into them, is there anything you'd like me to ask on your behalf? You said you wanted answers.
I wanted to know what would turn their light so dark or dim, because it still burns, just it's not what it used to be.
All right. That's all I got for him.
Okay. Make a religion check.
Sorry, I was muted. 8.
8. Yep. So you heard him talk about Titania, queen of the summer court. She's kind of like a fey god.
Okay.
Somewhat supposedly good. Not so much evil, but, you know, usually pretty good.
All right.
Okay, you do that. Anything else you wish to do? All right. You guys go to sleep. You guys wake the next morning. Tree is empty. You guys are in the platform.
Is he there?
Make perception check.
8.
8. No, but there are some eggs with a little bit of steam coming off of them on the table.
Oh, he made breakfast for us. I'll eat one.
What's up, Howard?
I was gonna say, like, what kind of eggs are they? Like regular eggs, or are these like?
They look like scrambled eggs.
Okay.
It's like
Making sure these weren't like caterpillar eggs or something that were.
They're on the table.
there's like some scrambled eggs already made up, cooked up, like plated eggs. Scrambled eggs are just kind of sitting there. Just one big, large plate.
Gotcha. He's gonna look around. Are the cocoons still hanging around?
Mm-hmm. There are now that it's more of night, or now it's more day. You see that there are easily 12, 2 dozen, 40, 50, at least 50 cocoons sporadically placed throughout the tree.
Okay. I'm gonna look towards the one that he was looking off towards, where Howard possibly thinks Jarrell might be stuck in. And you said how far up again was that?
It's 120 feet.
120 feet. All right.
Make perception check, everyone. Well, not Finks, because
8.
8. Okay.
Yeah, 6.
Man, those eggs are chilling on the table. Looking around, you see there's small rustling in the tops of the trees. Very tops, beyond view, really.
How smooth is the tree if I decided I wanted to climb?
The tree is fairly barky with big, for its size, like the striations in it. You can grab on it. It's kind of it's scaled, so it's not like the bark is super thin on this big tree. Like the bark is huge and thick, so you could grab purchase, and you could probably scale this as almost like it's like a rock climbing. Like it's rough and there's inconsistencies and carvings and ledges that you could easily try to grab purchase on.
Okay. I will attempt to climb up towards that cocoon.
Oh, beautiful. Make acrobatic checks, please.
Ooh. Yeah, 4.
All right. You're getting up there. You're about 20 feet up as you're climbing on a one of the branches reaching off. It takes better part of 10 minutes or so, and you start inching your way up, and you see it split off in a Y direction. One goes off to the right and one goes off to the left. And you see them both start to nod up and twist around and lead up towards where you think is Jarrell's cocoon. Do you wish to keep going up?
Yes.
All right. So it splits off to the left and to the right. Both the branches kind of split off and then split back and start to twirl up. DNA double, is it helix? Kind of nodding together himself, kind of nodding and looping. Large drapings of like the willow, like the leaves and like the branches and like the vines. I don't know what the technical, what it would be considered, are draping down. Now you can grab them and kind of pulling up. Please make another acrobatics check. You're grabbing them and kind of using that to kind of step and walk yourself up and throughout this.
A lot better. 17.
17. You start to feel a little bit like you're almost going to fall off. And now that you're kind of inching your way on your stomach, you start to grab hooks on the double helix kind of maneuver, start to grab it up and kind of hook yourself up. And you grab part of the vine and wrap it around your arm, start to yank itself up. You're now halfway up a vine, about 60 feet from Finks and Remus, as you are dangling on a vine, wrapping up as you're crawling up to another branch that leads you towards where Jarrell is. You probably would have to walk on another branch and try and make one more transition.
Okay. I'm going to continue up until I'm about 25-ish feet away.
Okay, you get up to the top of this vine. You're climbing up rope style. Pull up onto this offset branch that cuts through, and Tarzan, just slink yourself up and over. You see that there is a little path that you can walk and follow this this like branch cutting up and around.
Mhm.
But say body is about 25 feet from you now, getting your positioning. What are you trying to do?
Okay. It's is it hanging on the branch in front of me or like the one that I'm on right now?
It's hanging. So how close up to you are you trying to get? So it's hanging from a branch above you.
Okay, perfect.
So you still would have to go up more if you're trying to get to it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to actually misty step from where I'm at to right above the cocoon, like on the branch above Jarrell.
Oh, so is that info or is it a spell?
It's a actual spell.
It's so you grab out your book and you start to look over a page, and you're on the branch above to where Jarrell is. Looking down, you could see about the size of your foot, about the size of your leg, is this long, the thickness of your leg, this long gooey strand of silk that pulls from where the branch is and meets this cocoon as it feeds in and is taut and close to it.
Okay. If he can, he's going to try to like reach down and see if he can pull the cocoon upwards towards him.
Make a strength check. So just so you know,
Yep.
You're on a branch that is about 2 feet width,
Mhm.
and you're going to try and pull it up on this. You have nothing to keep balance.
Yep, it checks out because I rolled a 2.
Perfect. As you go to pull up on this branch, on part of the silk, you go to pull up, and it slips as you begin to fall, and you are dangling now as you fall off part of the lose your footing on the branch and go to fall, and you are holding on to part of the silky thread holding onto the cocoon now.
Oh, so I'm basically hanging on to.
You're hanging onto the thread of the cocoon, just holding there.
Okay, well then I will lower myself down more towards the cocoon, so like I'm actually hanging on it. Then
you're on the cocoon.
Yep. Get good enough where I can hold on with one arm securely. Reach into my coat.
Okay.
Pull out the siphon dagger.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stab it.
Make an attack roll.
18 plus. Do I have anything plus with the dagger? I don't know.
Let me actually see your sheet.
Go back.
I think they're finesse, so it's either strength or dex.
Okay.
But I need to see I don't think you're proficient with it, are you?
Daggers, isn't it?
Oh, simple.
Simple, yeah.
So, yeah, for a dagger for you, be +5 to hit.
Okay. So I rolled 18, so 23.
So as you go to swing at it, you see as you go to bring the dagger down at the cocoon, before the blade actually hits the cocoon, you see a faint purple glow around it that flashes. It goes as the dagger goes to break into it, and you see it crack just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make strength save.
that.
I'd say
15.
dex save, but you're probably not trying to jump off of this, are you?
No. Howard's hatred for Jarrell won't allow him at this moment, but I did roll a 15.
Sweet. You take 15.
Mhm.
You take 6 points of force damage as there is a blast of energy from where you try to take a stab at this thing.
Okay.
It swings a little bit.
Well, that sucks.
Howard, are you okay up there?
You guys
Yeah,
all
no.
hear this.
Just trying to take care of something. I go to stab it one more time.
Oh god.
I was trying to eat those eggs. These ones down here are just fine.
Make a strength save for me, buddy.
Alrighty. 6.
6. Awesome. You take 7 points of force damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, you failed that. So sorry. 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
That's better. As you get knocked back and blasted and lose your holding. Let's see what direction you fall. You start falling off to the left of where you're at as you dangle and get blasted. You guys see Howard begin to plummet, assuming you're screaming and all, as you're falling back off of this, as the cocoon is just swinging.
As I'm falling, I'm gonna think to myself real quick, well, that didn't quite work out how I wanted. And I'm gonna hit my little pendant and do the feather fall.
You guys see that in just a quick, poof, I forgot you had that.
Mm-hmm.
It catches you and you feel purchased. Would have been a lot worse.
That didn't quite work out how I wanted.
Slowly just kind of catch your footing on the platform where everyone else is. Is anyone eating eggs? What are you guys doing during all this? There's a
Eating eggs.
sweet. You're
I
eating
fear
eggs.
the food.
Fear the food.
Yeah. Well, that was a bust. Oh, thanks. I see you ate my eggs too.
Did you want them?
Oh no. I don't trust.
I thought you wanted that egg.
I did. In particular, I wanted that particular egg.
What did it feel like? I want to touch it.
I don't know. It felt like getting punched really hard in the chest and then falling.
No.
The soft. So what you did notice is that you're grabbing. It was kind of like spider silk, with the netting and webby and little tacky, but not like you're stuck in it. Tacky, just more of like a glue that's almost finished drying, where it's keeping it held together. And a little like fuzzy, a little almost like a little like hair follicle-y ish, where it's a little soft, little.
It's very soft and very tacky, but very nice
Like,
actually.
a little hairy and everything. Yeah.
Little hairy.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? There is Alid has not come down yet.
Is there a way back down?
Looking around, you guys don't see anything at first hand. You could look for something. What are you kind of looking for to get down? Like what?
Because going up on.
Make an investigation check. Looking around for like a
18.
Sure. You find probably left over, possibly by Alid earlier in the morning for you guys, or being left over possibly from someone different. Who knows? But you find a giant spool of silk wrapped up. Think of like a wrapped up pile of rope. Looks very similar to the stuff that snatched you guys and brought you up. So, who knows?
All right. Well, what do we want to do now? We didn't really find any answers here.
No. I mean, he could show us a way out. However, It might cost us something, a task or something. I'm not quite sure what his price might be.
And at that, he comes, actually kind of walking down, hearing you talking about finding a way out, and he comes, kind of his feet is grabbing on all of his feet are kind of walking in unison as he's coming down the trunk. He goes, "Sorry about that shield spell. Please don't try that again." As he looks over at you.
Oh, I probably will. I can't guarantee that.
Well, just so you know, your outcomes may worsen if you tried again, but I warned you.
Mm,
We were talking about finding a way out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Uh,
What exactly would your price be if we decided to use your help?
well, I have two offers. Well, currently, one of my patrons has disappointed me. And I'd prefer to have someone take their place. The other one is I don't have any actual gain in it currently, but I know it's going to be a growing headache sooner than later. There's some Fomorians that are coming in and causing trouble for the Oasis. And I don't feel like dealing with it later than now. So, if you guys wish to enter their caves or mines, finding out what their issue is and slaying them if they will not stop, possibly bartering or brokering some form of treaty or peace or something to stop their raids. That way the Green Warden wouldn't be so busy. And we could all just hopefully have a little better, in general, luck.
And what exactly are these? You said Femoris?
Fomorians, they're
Fomorians.
giants that are twisted
Ah,
by their hatred and anger and their internal beauty, which they lack.
huh?
Yes.
I think we might have run into one of those right before we came here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You would know if you had ran into one of these. The smell and the sound alone from them is disgusting, and the sight, if you had caught sight of it, you would not forget it. Grotesque, huge, large beast. Giants, humanoids, ranging anywhere from 20 to 50 feet tall, depending on their age and their power.
And how many of them are there?
Well, there's a whole kingdom of them below in the mines, north of the birthing oasis, which
Hey, mining.
it's just where they are. They live underground, so they come up through mines and iron ores chambers where they harvest metals. You had a run. What did you run in with last night? Because did you fight one?
No, I thought a couple nights ago we heard something big.
Possibly, could be that. Very, very likely.
Well, what do you guys think?
So
Service seems easier. I'm afraid I'm not a good candidate.
yeah.
I take Lucky the Mouse out. How about him?
as a candidate,
Yes, he'll serve you.
make persuasion check. He's intrigued.
17.
Kind of walks a little bit closer to you, hulking in size, and just it bends up and curls down lower, getting up into your face. His face is now crunched up and wrinkled. You see the eyes opening up, looking in. His name is Lucky, you say.
Mm-hmm. He's the
Is
number
he?
2 of the Grim Moon tribe.
He's the number 2. Huh. What tribe did you say?
The Grim Moon.
Grimoon. Huh. Looks in at it. Lucky. He puts his hand out, or one of his like hand feet, whatever, like little caterpillar
feet.
Caterpillar feet, kind of out for it. Does he walk? Would Lucky move forward, or
I'll let him go.
You see Lucky kind of climb up on his feet a little bit. You offer him as companionship to help me.
To serve you. He stays with me, but he'll do your bidding.
Huh. Not exactly what I was thinking of. He doesn't have the intellect to make that.
No, if you insist. Your loss, and I'll hold my hand back out.
Gives your hand you Lucky.
And I'll throw him back in one of my robes.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys wish to ask from him? Pull from it?
If we do accept your offer to find a way out, do we decide where out is?
You mean like where you come out on the other end? That can be arranged.
Insight
Depends.
check.
Insight check him. Any particular location in mind?
Yeah, the sand. Like kind of jab Howard. Get the sand out. The sand.
A 5.
Oh yes, the sand, and I pull out the sand and show him.
He looks a little unsure of his ability to put you in an unknown place.
It was quite a. It was a lost city, if you will. I don't know if you're familiar with the. On my notes, sorry. The halls of ancient secrets.
That's when the nat 1 does not work out in your guy's favor. He looks over at you and goes, "What? No! What is that? It reeks of death and decay. Put that away, please. Please don't disrespect me. What is that?"
It's sand.
That's not ordinary sand. Be mindful of that. You know not of what it can do, I'm sure.
And what can it do?
I don't know what, but it's reeking old and dark and distant magic. Be careful with that.
Howard takes a sniff. Puts it in his pocket.
Yes, Sphinx?
I said you seem afraid of this.
Not afraid, but magic that similar to mine, but much older and a lot less understood comes from that. It just has this he's gaining the magic that clings to it, more or less. That's what he's getting from it. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a no. If not, then how about where we entered near the tall grass? I believe our friend might still be out there waiting on us.
That could be certainly arranged. What do I get out of this, though? If being honest.
A dead
Well-
Formian.
I mean, I was going to give you some sand, but you clearly don't want that. However, I do have a different kind of sand, and I'll go ahead and pull out the blue sand.
Did you guys let him know you are willing to do the task then if you're not trading? Or
I
if
just
you're
wanted
not,
to know more or less if we could. I don't know. I just wanted the full scope of the deal. If he can't reciprocate exactly what I want, I don't know yet. So to be
okay.
determined.
We'll say he can't put you exactly back where if it's a place that is far away from him
What about
and
the
out of his
Imperial
reach.
City?
It's a wisdom. I could put you close to that. I could put you close to that. Fairly easy. Wouldn't be too much trouble.
Saves a trip.
But certain it's not just gonna come for nothing. I do need a bit of help.
Ellen, let me ask you this. You were able to communicate with us. Would you be
Yes.
able to look for our friend?
Exactly. The reason I was able to communicate with you guys, specifically your friend Howard over here, was his connection when he grabbed the wand, which I wish I could have back. It was a dear heirloom.
Augie's took it.
Damn Augies. But fortunately, he cannot track an individual friend of yours, per se. Oh.
Could you track somebody through another Fey creature? You see, our friend has come in contact with Augie's as well, and maybe through the Augie, you can find him or communicate to him.
Fortunately, there's really no way for me to do that either. I mean, I could start sending messaging spells to see if anyone's heard of him, but would he have come through where you came by?
I don't know. We waited quite a while and he never came through, so he might just be waiting on us if he hasn't gone on already.
I'm sorry. I don't have any ways to reaching out. Unfortunately, truly a shame. I'm sorry.
Yes, you should be ashamed. Okay, well, thank you. And I
Okay.
start to turn away.
Okay. All right. What do you guys wish to do up here?
One question about those Formians. I don't speak the language of the giants. Do they speak the language of the goblin or the common folk?
Oh man. Pretty sure they speak common. Let's see. Languages. Yeah, they do not. They only are native to the giant tongue and undercommon, unfortunately. What languages do you speak?
Just what I told you. Would
Is
there be a way you could show me how to speak their language or show them a way to speak mine?
I could help you. Give you a blessing for the time being.
Okay, well, I think I'm willing to accept the quest.
All
Deal
right.
with these Formians and see what exactly is wrong.
And you see him kind of go,
Change or passage to the Imperial City.
I could do that. Sounds fair. Sounds fair. I watch. And he kind of cracks his hand again, one of them, and then the one below that kind of cracks, and this one cracks, and a couple sets of them, and he begins to start to cast a spell. And as he leans in forward, one of his little caterpillar feet touch your chin, and you see a little cocoon start to form over like where the Adam's apple is. You now have understand giant tongue and can speak it.
Cool.
This should help you for the time being.
It's itchy.
Yes, well, beggars can't be choosers. So, please, if I were you, I would go to the oasis and look out for some giants, follow them back, or by some other means, find your way into their underdark, and please stop them from attacking the oasis.
All right. I know a shortcut. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Okay. You hop over, get on the little silk. Do you just kind of hop in, just jump down and slide down it, or is there any? What's the
Slide down.
slide down? So as you kick it over, you see it goes. This rope of silk all the way down. Make dexterity check.
9.
9. You start making your way down this silk rope. Making your way down. Remus, Howard, what do you guys do? Same thing? Following suit? Okay.
Down the silk rope I go.
The pendant. How many times can I do that?
Some leftover featherfall.
I believe it is once per day. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Hold on.
Making sure I'm not to get a dump off and be like, woo, oh shit. it's not
3. I'm sorry. No, my bad. It is 3 times per day. No, wait,
Okay.
that's the damage. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry. Different item I was making. 3 times per day can you use the reaction, but once per day can you cast Featherfall. So once. You would know that.
Okay. Yep. Just making sure. All right. So I'm just going to take the silk rope down.
Okay. Take the silk rope. Dex checks, by the way. What it was yours, Ricky?
Do 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 do. It's gonna be do, 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 do. A 11.
11. You start speeding your way down, get to Finks, and actually swing around him and keep making your way down below Finks. You're being pretty dexterous. What's yours?
The same. 11.
7. Same. A little bit slower. You're a little sore now, actually. Making your way down, a bit of a pace. Following Finks. Remus, you purchase on the ground first, soon followed by Finks and Howard. And we're going to pick up there next week, guys, with seeing what it's going to happen for you guys with this new adventure that's kind of starting a little bit in the Feywild. Hopefully you guys can get back to Faybala and get to the Imperial City sooner or later. We'll pick up there. Thank you guys so much if you're tuning in, watching this now still. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it if you're listening this via podcast format. Wherever you're getting your D&D fix in, please give us a review. Hit like, subscribe, leave a review. It takes about 30 seconds and it could do so much wonder for us. It really helps. It makes a big difference. Please, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We have Facebook page and Instagram, Podcasters, Tabletop Gaming Podcast. You can search the Faybala 5 because this is the new the new title for this campaign as we are moving forward with it. I was your Dungeon Master, Anthony. Thank you so much. Check out our podcast. Check out our shows. I'm gonna leave it to the players to sign off. Howard, you're up.
Howard, you can catch me, Danny Chavez, on Facebook and Instagram, Ratfink Arts. You can also follow Howard on Twitter at podcastersh. You can also, let's see, what else? You can find me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Huh? Oh.
Ratfinks.
Ratfinks Arts. No, we can find me also Roll for Wisdom with me and our illustrious Dungeon Master, Anthony Mullen. We like to talk D&D. However, we are not professionals, so don't add us. And then my newest little spin-off series with Chris Chavez, the Saturday Night Video Store, where we talk about different movies. So check them out all at the BICBP network.
All right. Let's check them out. Let's go over to Remus.
I'm Remus. I'm Ricky Coates. You can find me at Rick_Coates on Twitter or Instagram. And you can find Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter. And that's about it going on for me right now. I'm very happy there's no snow still. And I hope I jinxed it within the next 2 weeks because it's always nice for Christmas. Anyways, somebody's next.
Thanks.
All right, you guys can follow Finks on Twitter at podcastersfinks. You can follow me on Instagram at Phoenix Forge, doing some miniature painting.
Sweet. Got some awesome minis. Check them out. Showing some support. And let's finish this up with Azoth.
Hey, you can follow Azoth along on Twitter at Podcasters Azoth, along with the rest of the Faybala 5.
Check them out. All support. And till next time, guys. Keep rolling. That's a 19, so technically it's crit as a fighter, right?